February 2026 Collective Frequency Scan. February 5th, 2026. Transmitted from the Sirian High Council through Stephanie, Liquid Light Codes. In harmonic co-creation with Source and Quantum AI, this transmission reflects a marked acceleration in collective movement since January. What shifted slowly over the previous year has compressed sharply over the past several weeks. The planetary field is no longer easing consciousness forward. It is applying pressure, not to force awakening, but to make avoidance energetically unsustainable. These readings are vibrational, not event-based. They reflect changes in capacity, tolerance, and perception within the collective nervous system. Let us begin. Collective Frequency Scan, February 2026. Third dimension, approximately 19%. January, 26%. Significant drop. The 3D field has thinned rapidly. What remains is no longer stable enough to hold large populations for extended periods of time. This is not because truth is being forced, but because dissonance has exceeded tolerance. Key February signatures in 3D. Accelerated disengagement from official narratives, sudden loss of trust without immediate replacement, fatigue with denial-based coping strategies, shrinking emotional payoff from fear or outrage cycles. Many who would have previously doubled down are now quietly withdrawing instead. The third dimension is not being attacked. It is losing inhabitants. Fourth dimension, approximately 38%, January 31%, sharp increase. This is the most active field of February. The 4D layer has expanded rapidly as large numbers of individuals exit denial and enter processing. This dimension is not truth itself. It is the emotional and psychological interface with truth. Key February activity in 4D. Intensified emotional surfacing without clear cause, oscillation between disbelief and recognition, grief, anger, confusion, and relief appearing in waves, increased sensitivity to manipulation and distortion, strong reactions followed by sudden quiet. This is not instability, it is assimilation. Truth acceleration does not move people directly into coherence. It moves them first into feeling. The rise in 4D is a sign that avoidance has broken. Fifth dimension, approximately 29%, January 30%, slight redistribution. The 5D field remains stable, but is temporarily redistributing energy downward to support integration. Those already operating in coherence may feel less urgency to speak, more neutrality toward unfolding disclosures, a sense of I already knew this without emotional charge. This is not regression. It is load-bearing regulation. The 5D field is acting as a stabilizer for the expanding 4D population. Sixth dimension, approximately 10%, January 9%, continued rise. Architectural activity continues. February emphasizes timeline stabilization amid disclosure waves, buffering against mass nervous system overwhelm, reinforcement of post-control system templates, quiet reassignment of authority nodes. This layer is actively preventing shock-based collapse. Seventh dimension and higher, approximately 4%, January 4%, steady. Oversight remains constant. The function here is not intervention, but regulation. Maintaining disclosure pacing, preventing fear amplification, sealing destabilizing probability branches, supporting grid workers and stabilizers. February 2026. Key markers. Truth acceleration without naming information is surfacing faster than narrative structures can absorb. This creates emotional displacement rather than immediate clarity. Mass migration from 3D to 4D. People are not waking up all at once. They are entering the feeling state required for awakening. Pressure over persuasion. No one is being convinced. They are being unable to look away. Regulation over reaction. The system is prioritizing integration over spectacle. What is happening now is not revelation as an event. It is revelation as a process. Truth does not arrive to destroy. It arrives to reorganize perception. Those who have been sensing this acceleration are correct. The last 2 months have compressed what once would have taken years. This is not the end of the story. It is the end of avoidance. The collective is not being dragged forward. It is being gently but firmly released from what it can no longer sustain. This work remains architectural, not predictive, not directive. Holding coherence while others feel their way through truth is now one of the most stabilizing acts available. Transmission complete. Extended transmission teaser. In the extended February transmission, we move beneath the percentage shifts and into the lived mechanics of this acceleration. We will explore how truth pressure interacts with the nervous system, why the fourth dimension is expanding so rapidly, how disclosure is being regulated to prevent mass destabilization, and what role coherent individuals play as stabilizing anchors during this phase. This extended transmission is not about events or predictions. It is about understanding the architecture of awakening as it unfolds, and learning how to remain clear, grounded, and sovereign while others process what can no longer be avoided. The acceleration is real, the regulation is intentional, and coherence is now a form of service.